Thankful to be here tonight. Um, Hope everybody had a productive day today. Um, you know, Most High, Mother and Father of Life, we're thankful for another day and grateful for the daily activities. Thankful for the things we were able to accomplish. Thankful for the opportunity to be alive and well in another day. As always, thankful and grateful for all the contributions, even up until now, of our great and mighty ancestors. Thankful for the consecrated Progressive Community family near and far as we continue to do and walk in ordained purpose. We are mindful that there are many that could receive, and may we have the opportunity to help some to receive. If any are on the way here, we're thankful that they make it here safely, without incident, without harm. And if any will log in on this evening, and when they log in, that they'll be able to receive and they'll be edified and strengthened by that they hear. Nothing being done for vainglory, we continue to look up and live and continue to free our mind as we go forth in this journey that we have been blessed to have life. Asking that those that are recovering, that they be able to have a successful and speedy recovery. Those that are dealing with incidents and circumstances, may they have the strength, the endurance, and the wisdom to be able to carry out and make it through. Ashe. Amen. This time, anybody want to testify? It's your time. Ashe.
Kindness, I'm grateful for favor. I was on my way here, not paying attention to my phone. I was getting, I wasn't paying attention. I was just focused on getting here. But I'm grateful that you was there and everyone and he was out like, I'm on the way to church and I'm paying attention. I wasn't trying to talk about it because I knew when I looked at my feet, I was like, but I wasn't trying to talk about it today. Like, oh, just break out. And I was
Expecting the ticket. Say you gonna give me a ticket.
I'm grateful because I don't need to get them on, but I'm thankful that he was kind hearted enough not to do it.
All right.
Talk to ancestors and see some things transpired today.
Anybody else? I wonder what goes through the mind of the younger generation because they don't testify. In some ways, I don't blame them because this stuff is really, religion has really screwed us up and a lot of people up. Some religions, people are born into the religion. In some religions, people are introduced to it. But all religions screw people up, every last one of them. And if they don't like me saying so, they can come and tell me their religion, and I'll explain to them how I screw up people. They'll follow it. I don't mind. It has been very interesting these past few days in preparing for something that's coming. Um, Even tonight, our daughter said, I told her, I said, yeah, I'm ready to end it. And she said, oh, I think she said, we can dismiss and go home. I think that's what she said. I said, no, I'm talking about ending it. I ain't talking about taking my life. I'm talking about ending it because, for one thing, people don't take stuff serious enough to realize when somebody says something's coming, they don't pay it no attention. But when it is urgent, they come running and bombarding like it's 911. You never go around willy-nilly and not prepare and then act like it's the end of the world when stuff happens. Now, I suppose take out time Sunday and explain in detail what's coming. But I'm leaning toward not doing it. I'm leaning very heavily toward not doing it. Because I'm thinking when you tell people, they act worse. They get even more nonchalant. Now tonight we have come in and we almost canceled, which would have been fine if we did because Sunday is going to be a very eventful day, sort of. But I made the comment about the younger generation because I was paying attention to some of the other places. And I was listening to some of the younger generation. Some of them are some plumb, flat-out fools that's in these churches. This girl said that the current president is the next thing to God. I was listening to that fool. I said, you know, some of our people are ridiculous. We on live? So what? I don't care. I mean, I wish I knew who she was. I'd go right to her and tell her, how foolish are you? The Bible said don't call nobody no fool. I don't care what you say the Bible says because, first of all, a lot of what the Bible says is designed to control people and make people be the way they want them to be while they're picking them off and making them a sacrifice. If you think I can't prove that, try me. I'll show you. We can't even talk right because of that doggone Bible. So don't tell me. I was listening, I said, listen to this fool. That's exactly what I said. She a fool, whoever her parents are, they ought to be ashamed. The only thing that would make her parents feel better about how foolish she is if they both dead. People don't like what I say. I don't care that they don't like what I say because truth make people mad. And there are some that are sitting and just want to come in and tell me a piece of their mind. No, give me your whole mind. Don't give me a piece of it. I ain't gonna argue with you. I ain't gonna get mad at you. I ain't gonna have nothing mean to say. But I am gonna moonwalk you like I'm Michael Jackson and give you something that you need. Because in the time that we're living in now, people don't realize what's going on because they keep calling stuff something that it ain't. Now, right now, this country, our country, about to make the biggest mistake that's ever been made by this country. If they attack them people tonight, it'll be the biggest mistake this country ever made. Everything that we've been saying in here, it has come to pass. Everything we've been saying in here, it has happened. And I'm telling you right now, if they attack Iran tonight, it'll be the biggest mistake this country ever made other than who they put in office, who was elected. That was a big mistake. But when you're so full of hate, and they keep blaming everything on him, what about those idiots and those evil folk that support him and back him? No, our country is evil, period. Ain't no way around that. And our country is soon to find out what happens when the tables turn and nobody gonna help you with the tables. They're about to find that out, especially if they do what they think they're going to do tonight. There are two countries waiting on them to do it. Now, I want y'all to remember what I'm saying. There are two countries waiting on them to make that big mistake. And if they keep following the other country that they hooked up with, that country ain't going to exist no more. And this country going to finally find out that it can be bombed. Being full of hate and being evil has come and is costing us. And didn't I tell y'all, this country ain't getting out of what was happening. Y'all remember that? Now the other countries sending our people back here. Like they've been sending their people back to them. Now our people that escaped to have a better life, the countries are now telling them, you got to go back. What's so great about a country you left because you can't stand it no more, and now they're going to make you come back? How about that? Told people years ago, you can read that Bible all you want to. By description in that Bible, this is Babylon that we live in. We're Babylon. We're the new Babylon. With baboons running it and buffoons running it. I never seen so much ridiculous incompetence in all my life. They keep blaming everything on him. What kind of country let a sick, deranged man do all the stuff that he's done in this country? You killed Kennedy for less, but you're letting him live, huh? No, don't tell me our country ain't killed their own president. Yes, we did. But they letting him live. Why? Because they agree with him. The most sorry news stations. And the other countries could see it. That's why the other countries say y'all stink. We don't want nothing to do with you. And they still lying, talking about we great. And them folk, them little bit of crazy, deranged folk clapping and celebrating. Some of the people, some of those disgusting men that married those women from other countries, they being sent home with their MAGA hat on their head. They being deported. Now they're going to have to pay to get them some because don't nobody want to lay with them because they disgusted because they MAGA. Now people finding out you America first, but you had to marry somebody from another country because the women from this country don't hardly want to fool with you. Oh, you're going to get in trouble what you're saying. Well, so be it. I'll be better than some of them jokers talking loud and saying nothing. Tonight, what I want to deal with. I made the comment about the young generation because they got a lot to say. And I'm going to put them in position to say it one way or the other because they got a lot to say. And let me tell you something. It's not a good idea to always hear from every generation but the young generation. That's not a good idea. There's some things they need to express and they need to share because we ain't 20 no more. But I was saying that people don't take things seriously when they hear it. I think people like advantages and take advantage of the advantages and then walk in a false sense of security. But as I said Sunday, I'm going to explain some stuff that's coming. And I'm telling you right now, everything you hear Sunday, it's going to happen. Ain't nothing they can do about it. The watchers are coming. Ain't nothing they can do. Nothing they can do about it. Not one thing. But take it. Everybody complaining about who in the White House. He ain't in there by himself. What about them jerks that's supposed to be called Congress? What about them idiots? They go along with him. They trust in him. Only a few of them don't because they want to keep their little position. What good is your position with nobody to govern? Our country is lawless, and it sure ain't flawless. But what I want to talk about tonight is church. Anybody watching? Bless you. I want to talk about church tonight. Is that all right? And in order for us to talk about church, y'all young generation, I'm telling y'all, there's some things I'm going to call on you. You can't walk around holding in and not expressing yourself. No. I love you, but you can't keep being silent. That ain't healthy. I'm just saying. And a lot of people talking about how this country is, listen, we help do it. We ain't getting out of this one. God ain't got nothing to do with it. Church ain't got nothing to do. The Bible can't do nothing about it. If all these, nah, that's all right. Let me get on church. What is church? Like I said, we're going to make it. We're going to make it. Let's see what church is. You have a good day at work, Taser? You got people from other countries that work with you? If she on temporary, you better hug her. They get rid of all the temporary visas, the temporary work visas, the temporary citizen cards. If it ain't permanent, they're getting rid of you. That's all right, they're getting people back in return because Mexico started yesterday deporting our people back here. They came there to live a better life. Other countries going to do the same thing. France said they next. So what's church? That's a fake definition there. Still waiting on church. I ain't heard it yet. That's it. All that other stuff is a bunch of piss and mucus and feces. Assembly, that's it. When a group of people assemble and they like-minded, that's church. That's it. They put the religious spin on it because even in that Bible, he was in the synagogue. Hello? Right? They called it the old tabernacle. And they called it the temple. Right? And it said, God, in the Bible, said, my spirit won't dwell in temples made with hands. So what you calling down every Sunday? What's filling your building? How do you welcome something in that stated, I won't dwell in that temple made with hands? Oh, they don't like me. Well, it's the house of God. Not according to the Bible. According to the Bible, the house of God ain't here. If it was, then the character Jesus could stay and prepare it here. He said, in my Father's house. He ain't talking about these places. Hello? Oh, we talking about church. Huh? We talking about church. What the African definition is? Because they lucky I ain't cutting down these flags tonight. I heard all that stuff they be saying. Ubuntu, together. I remember the Boston Celtics won a title that year with Doc Rivers, Ubuntu. Now, they ain't say nothing about religion. Y'all hear that? They ain't say nothing about religion. But I don't know what I'm talking about. That's an assembly, but ain't nothing in it about religion. We talking about church, right? So let's talk about church. Can we talk about church tonight? What kind of church is this? We talking about church. A progressive community? Consecrated? The consecrated part, I'm wondering, because some people about as effective as a can of Progresso soup. What kind of church is this? Tasia, what kind of church is this? Somebody might watch later and they waiting to hear. What kind of church is this? Did she say something? I missed it. What'd she say? It's an armed church? What kind of church is this, Isaiah? Huh? Okay, y'all. I hold it, y'all. What you say? Okay, I ain't hear what he said. It ain't religious. So what kind of church? The best you can say is it's not religious. Okay, that's fine. Not religious. Bless you. That's fine. What kind of church is this, Doc? I agree with you. What kind of church is this? Church of Truth and Righteousness. Non-religious. Truth and righteousness, okay. Anybody? Woman in the Most High? What kind of church is this? Truth? Did they help you out any, Taser? Oh, you going to pick it back? Realist. That get us in trouble all the time, that real part. Especially me. Okay. What kind of church is this, Josiah? See, I know Pop ain't asking me. Yeah. What kind of church is this? Huh? What kind of church is this? Huh? Still figuring out what it is? No, that you describing some people that come in here. What kind of church is this though? Huh? You know what now? You don't have one? What did he say? Kind of hard to answer. What kind of church is this? He says hard to answer. You know how to go back to the beginning when they get to the end. He said kind of hard to answer. I guess I didn't want to hit it. My foot hit it. I didn't want to hit it with my foot. I want to step around. What kind of church? I guess I got to look up in the air and say and ask. What do you think, dog? Think I get an answer? I might get an answer back if I look up in the air. The ancestors, no, they ain't gonna answer me because we done got the answer that they know about it. They know us in assembly. They know that all too well. The reason why I ask is because you have to know that. What kind? And some of your answers are good because you have to have an answer when somebody asks you. Huh? Mm-hmm. I would say the church of truth. Somebody said, what kind of church is it? Non-denominational and is a church of truth. Well, do y'all be in the Bible? Absolutely. We be in the Bible and we explain it without attacking it. Well, y'all believe in Jesus? We sure do. We tell you the truth about it, though. Oh. See, I'm clearing this up for them idiots that watch this. When we log off, they watch this to try to get information. So I'm going to get them some information tonight. We're the answer from the ancestors to the traditional disgrace to the ancestors. We're the answers. Because people out there are hurting, people out there are confused, people out there are bewitched and messed up. And the only thing they teach them to do is lash out against people that speak truth. But I'm going to give them, I'm going to wash their behind every chance I get now. Just like tonight. The type of church that it is, if you don't remember nothing else, know it's a church of truth. Now, what you said about trying to figure out, it's some people still, you're right, it's some people still trying to figure it out in here. Because you know how somebody will go around sober people, and then later on they go take them a little drink? Well, that's what some people that come in here, they come in here around us, and then they go back around some of the Jesus freaks. If you miss it that much, you don't need to be around us because we're not going to call the name every 5 seconds because it ain't even necessary. If it was, then things wouldn't be the way they are now, would they? People don't like how I talk and what I say because they say he done left God. That's a lie. People say he against Jesus. That's a lie. People say he done lost his mind. We know that's a lie. The reason why the traditional church can't take it, finally somebody's standing up to them. That's going to call it all out. Even if it step on my big toe, my pinky toe, and knock me upside my forehead. I'm going to speak truth. It's time for it. All this coming up, it's time out. Because if any two of us could touch on anything and it would be done, it'd be some millionaires in here, wouldn't it? And the same with all these other assemblies. Huh? We got so many churches messing up our people's mind. They in there like sitting ducks. That's all right. Wait till I talk Sunday. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen to some of them. You talking about Muslims? They can't wait to get to Allah. Well, what's the difference? They fight for their cause. You're just sitting in there like getting picked off, and think you're doing such a great godly thing. To just sit there and let somebody bash your head in. What's the difference? The difference is you stupid and they ain't. They don't like me talking like this. Listen, this church is not the church to come to if you want somebody to lie to you, if you want somebody to put you in bondage and try to run your life by lying about they hearing from God and they hearing from the Lord. This is not the place. If you can't really be yourself, this is the place where you can be yourself and be honest. This is the place where you ain't got to put on no shade, you ain't got to hide. This is a place of honesty because honesty is better than faking and living a facade. Honesty is better. I make the comments that I make because I need to make them. I need to say them because one thing about it, when I step out, ain't nobody got to go at me because I don't need no chicken going with me anyway. I don't need nobody being scared and nervous because of what I say. Just don't come. Because when I have to tell the truth, I'm going to tell the truth. I ain't attacking nobody. I ain't against nobody. But everybody don't like the truth. It's people around here now running their mouth, but they don't say it to me. I'm waiting on them. We can talk anytime. And that Bible, I'm going to rip you to shreds because that Bible is FOS. And it's proven to be FOS. It's a ploy and a tactic and a distraction. And if it was powerful, then our country wouldn't be in the shape that it's in now, would it? Because it's the church that said that's who God chose. It's the church that said that's the Messiah. His spiritual advisor is a witch. He might have grabbed your coochie. I ain't got no coochie, baby. He can't grip mine. He was feeling on your butt, not mine. You ain't no spiritual advisor. If you're a spiritual advisor, you ought to shut down the church you got and go, no, you ain't going to shut that down because you're taking all that money from them idiots sitting in there thinking you holy and righteous. Come through this door and I'll prove you a witch. I can come to you and prove you a witch. Spiritual advisor. What kind of deranged people are we dealing with? Do they see how this man act? And she the spiritual advisor? What the ata tata ota bata icha riki diki diki dota ta you doing to the man? All you doing is collecting for being a spiritual advisor, you witch. Look at that man. This deranged thing we call in church. Where folks suffer, where folk get belittled, where folk get talked down to, where folk get cut up, and a place where they can get enrichment and get built up and edified. The other little stupid folk tell them, don't go in there. I heard this, I heard that. That's why I don't look the same. Because I want to walk up on one of them. I'm going to walk up on one of them and sneak them, and they're going to be so embarrassed. Because I'm going to tell them, first of all, I'm the one you're talking about, right here in your face. And don't never go on what you heard, because you're looking stupid right about now, ain't you? Our people have always been gullible. Our people have always traded in their identity to belong to something that sound promising, but don't keep no promises. Our people have always been easy to be tricked. Always. Here we have a place where people can better themselves, where people can be uplifted, where people can be blessed for real, instead of lying and saying they blessed and highly favored. It's a place of integrity. Not like that little short joker talking about he got integrity. Man, you get your little sissified behind on somewhere. This is a strong place, but like it was said earlier, we have people that come in here that don't want to be honest, that they confused and they don't understand. One of the most solid people that come here, you can talk junk about all you want to. Talk to Nisha Williams is one of the most solid people that come here because she's honest. She'll tell you the truth. She always would say, I don't understand that Bible. Something wrong with that Bible. They eating, beating, bitten about speaking on her like she got a spirit. No, she was honest. Now look at her. She more verbal than other folks. One thing about it, at least she told the truth. Some people are coming here, they don't know what to do when they come in here. You can be real, be yourself. It ain't gonna faze me, it ain't gonna distract me, it ain't gonna make me nervous. You can call on Shinto, you can call on Buddha, you can call on them all day. They ain't gonna stop what I have to do, they ain't gonna stop my ordained purpose, and it certainly ain't gonna make me look at you no different, because if that's the real you, that's the real you. What's wrong with these churches, all of them fake and all of them lying? It's impossible to be authentic and honest if you're using the King James Version of the Bible anyway. You talking about what a woman ain't supposed to do? Let me tell you something. With our people, if it wasn't for our women, the churches wouldn't even move forward. Are you kidding me? This church is a place of strength, but I'm going to tell you like this right now. If you don't put nothing in it, it ain't going to be nothing. If you all lackadaisical, dry, dead, acting like you barren, that's the kind of atmosphere that's going to be in here. But when you're able to speak in knowledge and you know where you at and you know why you're here and you know what you're doing, then things happen. Like I said, we're going to make it. This country is not going in the direction that you think. This I'm going to move stuff don't work no more. Try it and see. It's the same filthy, disgusting, nasty country, city to city, state to state. It's the same. And around here, it's hard to get people to come together around here and tell them what's coming because they don't want to hear it anyway. They too busy trying to go to heaven. Why are you going to a place every Sunday dressing for your funeral? Because everybody, all of them want to die and go to heaven. That's it. Oh, and they want some money before they go. Are they kidding me? So we're talking about church. When we come together here, people don't like it. Because when they ask us what's going on, we don't tell them everything. When we come together, people don't like it. Because they used to be around us. Now they got to make up stories that we don't want to be around them. Tell the truth. Never mind. So we got Mother and Mr. Boyd. And what I tell in here on Sunday, I guarantee you every bit of it going to happen. Some of it already going on, but people too busy not wanting to know and hear and see the right thing that they don't even know what's going on right under their nose. They too busy assembling in what they call in church. No, what you're doing is recreating what was done when our people were on the plantation and in slavery. You're not even independent in it because it's somebody else's platform, it's somebody else's idea. If any two of you will touch on anything, it shall be done unto them. Is that not what it says? Well, do it mean it? Come on, he come on, come on in here. Come on. All this speaking, does it mean what it say? Not all the time. How about none of the time? When does it mean what? When? I'm glad Doc said not all the time. When does it mean it? When does it mean it? When does it mean it? Oh, I heard what she said. She said, we'll touch and agree. Do it say sometime in the Bible? Say shall. So something else must be going on when it happened. Hello? If something says this is what happened all the time, and you do it and it don't happen none of the time, then when it happens, something else caused it to happen. Is it safe to say that? Yes, because am I saying that right? Evidently not. Some of y'all, I don't know about that, Apostle. I don't know about. Well, I know about it because, first of all, that doggone Bible says it shall. Right? Didn't say sometime. Didn't say if the person is somebody you don't like. It said any two of you. Ain't that what it say? So when it happens, it can't be as a result of what you read in that Bible. It can't be. Can't be. Because if that's the case, then why does it not happen? And we have scattered times when it happened. I'm listening. We're talking about church. All this stuff in church, all this fabricating, all this covering up, all this. It's just like Doc said, well, it works sometimes. That ain't what it say. Don't they say it's right and it's inerrant? So if it's right and inerrant, I can't say it works sometime. That ain't what it said. Didn't say it might not work. Well, what it is, when it worked, those two were touching and agreeing. And when it didn't work, the people were touching. It say any two of you. Right? It says touching anything, right? We add the agreement. It don't say agree. It says as touching anything, right? No, wait a minute. Let's see what it say. Let's see what the good book say. We talking about church tonight because I'm tired of this fake stuff. I'm tired of these lies. I'm tired of folk playing around. If it say it's supposed, it shall, then that don't supposed to fail. And all right? That don't supposed to fail.
Again, I say unto you, that if two of you shall agree on earth as touching anything that they shall ask, it shall be done for them of my Father which is in heaven.
Where's the touch and agree? Where's the touch and agree? It got the wording, but where's the touch and agree? Read it again, daughter. Maybe I got church wrong here. Maybe I got it wrong here. This ain't gonna be popular tonight, I guess. Where's the touch and agree at? Read that again. Maybe I ain't hear that right. Depending on whichever one you read, it'll be done different and said different. But they say God said it, but it keeps changing and twisting depending on which version of it you open up.
Again, I say unto you, that if
Two of you
shall
agree on earth
as touching anything
as touching anything.
that they shall ask, it shall be done for them of my Father which is in heaven.
All right. That's what it says. Here's the problem. The church said touch and agree. Right? I guarantee you a preacher gonna see this video and preach this message. But it says agree and touch. So touch and agree is the reason why not a doggone thing happened. Watch a preacher preach this when they see this video. See, I ain't no slow leak, but y'all so smart and went all the seminary and y'all got all this knowledge. Huh. It don't say touch and agree. No, you touch and agree. Let me tell you something. Let me give you some wisdom. When you touch first, you ain't going to agree. Let me tell you why. Come here, Doc. Watch this. All right. All right. You know what? Now we can't agree. You know why? We touched. I picked up on your day, and you picked up on mine. Whether we see it, hear it, or feel it, I picked up on your day, and you picked up on mine. How are we going to agree now? Because I can't unscramble your day, and you can't unscramble mine, but we had the nerve to touch. Now how are we going to agree? It says agree and touch. That's what it says. But the church says touch and agree. Oh, I ain't talking right in here. No, that's what they say. That don't mean physical. But I use physical because when you touch, there's an interaction. When you touch, that's why the agree have to be first. Because once we agree, see, listen, when you agree to buy the car, hey, somebody need to hear this. All right, somebody need to hear this that's watching this. Because they say, what are you talking about? When you agree to buy the car, right? You agree, right? You agree, right? You're going to buy the car. What's next? Oh, no, you got to sign paperwork. You agree, but they want you to sign paperwork, right? Who signs the paperwork? Do the salesperson sign the paperwork? Do the salesperson sign anywhere on the paperwork? You sign the paperwork, right? You agree to buy the car. Ain't that right? Right? Once you agree to buy the car, then they agree to sell it to you. Right? Who do they agree with? They agree with the finance company. They agree with the finance company. They don't agree with you. They don't agree with you. So guess what? Y'all can't agree and touch for you to keep that car. Do I need to go back over that? Y'all cannot agree and touch for you to get the car because you had to agree to get the car. They had to agree to sell you the car, but the agreement they have to sell you the car ain't with you. Why? Because they can adjust the price of the car. Ain't that right? Give you something for the trade-in. Give a little extended warranty. You can't do that. So they can't agree with you. So when they come to repo the car, ain't no need calling them. They didn't agree and touch with you to get that car and keep it. Ooh, I'm going to talk right in a minute. That's why when these prophets travel all over the place and take your money, you can't do nothing about it because they didn't agree and touch with you to get what they said. You agreed to give them what they asked for and put it in an envelope. Oh, never mind. Whoever they talk to and they say it's God decided not to give it to you. That's what they say. They say it wasn't the will of God. I'm going to help somebody. We talking about church. Church is a con. Church is a game. Church is a business. Church is a distraction. Church, when you are not a church of truth, your motives are messed up. Your agenda is messed up. Your spirituality is tarnished and blemished and diluted and polluted. I hear Elder now saying, come on, Doc. When you are not a church of truth, even what you call the truth is messed up. Doc said, touch and agree. That's what they told us, touch and agree. That's what the pastor wants his side chick to do. Touch him and agree. Touch, and that's what they tell. Touch and agree. Because the Bible says, if you touch and agree on anything, and it don't even say that. It says agree as touching anything. Agree as touch. And it was pointed out that touching ain't necessarily physical. But it might as well be physical because church full of liars. I'm going to be praying. Was you praying, child? I sure was. It might as well be physical because them folks say, I'll be praying. Don't believe them. Pastor said, I've been praying for you. No, you wasn't. They've been missing 3 months. You ain't even so much as called them. We talking about church. This church cannot be built upon fake stuff, false stuff. This church cannot be about holding your tongue when it comes to telling the truth. And you can't let people just say any and everything because that's what they heard. And you don't have to get mad to tell them, and you ain't got to get mad to put them in their place. And when people treating you different and treating you strange, stop letting them do it. Call it out. Say something to them. If they get mad and get an attitude, you just proving your point. You proving your point. They get mad and get an attitude because they didn't think you was going to say nothing about it. With their self-righteous behinds. This country is self-righteous. Where is it getting us? Divided. The divided states of a massacre. Spirituality, we talking about the church. What the church calls spiritual, why the church borrows stuff from the psychic, borrows stuff from the root worker, borrows stuff from the soothsayer, borrows stuff from the mentalist, borrows stuff from the medium, borrows stuff from the gypsies, borrows stuff from the warlocks, borrows stuff from the witches, and call it spiritual. Borrow stuff from voodoo, hoodoo, we do, she do, and he do. And call it spirit. They call stuff spiritual. They ain't got nothing to do with spirituality. Matter of fact, while we on the subject, we talking about church, let's look up spirituality. I guarantee, I trust you in the next few minutes, you're going to be glad you came. Let's look up spirituality. What's spirituality? I'm going to share something with you here tonight that I hope it helps. Appreciate you, Elder. of life.
where the spiritual and physical worlds are completely integrated.
Yes.
It is not separate, or it is not a separate weekend activity or a rigid set of dogmas, but an active awareness that divine forces, ancestors, and nature influence every single daily action,
Hello.
relationship, and decision.
Now Africa done forgot that, but and I tell them that's what I said, and it's true. Did y'all hear what that said? It's everyday life. So I ain't got to worship no ancestors. We get in trouble with this voluntary humility of worshiping. I just talk. Are you talking to dead people? Didn't Jesus die? Somebody, who else laughing? What's that tell you? I'm saying, you talking to dead people? Wait, hold up. Now, I want people to know spirituality, that's every day. The universe and nature work together. That's every day. When you talk to an ancestor, you ain't worshiping them. They part of your life. Oh, I'm going to talk right in here. You can't worry about folks talking about, I don't know about that. Good. More for me. It's part of your everyday life. It's astonishing and exhilarating when stuff happens because some of it we don't be expecting it. But whoa. But the church taught you it's the Lord doing it for you. That's what the church say. He ain't did nothing for the ones that were right there with him. They had to steal corn. Don't make me talk in here. Remind me of these churches, these pastors acting like they won't even help nobody get a box of cereal. Oh, Lord, to make a way. Look here, you shyster. They got 6 children and they need some cereal and milk. The Lord will make a way. No, he won't. Stop lying. See, the Lord made a way for me. Well, then why are you exhausted and sweating if the Lord did it? How you hurt yourself if the Lord did it? You broke your arm moving something, but the Lord did it. But well, why you broke your arm? They don't get away from me with that plantation talk. Oh, it ain't nothing but the devil. Come say it in my face. So I can show you the devil, not me. You're the one with rituals. You're the one with speaking stuff on people. You're the one calling on something to help you that you can't see, ain't never talked to it, ain't never heard the voice. And run around till my Simon says and something said. But I'm the one that's the devil. Oh, really? I'm going to tear all your funkiness out the frame so you can get the funk out of my face because I'm going to tear it out the frame. Spirituality is an everyday thing. People try to make it an old mystic, ritualistic type thing. It's not. It's as simple as breathing. But they want to see stuff that they see in the movie, like on the X-Men when Magneto lift a car. They want to see lightning come out of somebody's nostrils and poke somebody's eyes out. They want somebody to have a toxic fart that knock down a building. They want to see that kind of stuff. From mythology, in fact, do you not know that mythology crossed over into spirituality and messed spirituality up and got it by the throat? Most of what people are calling spirituality in the church ain't nothing but fantasy and mythology. You won't see lightning come out of somebody's hand. For what purpose? For what? If it do, some dummy that don't duck gonna end up dead that Sunday. That's what happens when you don't listen. See, the Lord said move. A lot of this stuff, when people see you operating, they call it something other than God because they can't do it. Because they operating in their life. Because they don't know how you're doing it. So they blame it on, instead of blaming it on God that's supposed to be good, they blame it on the devil. Oh, that's evil right there. Oh, God wouldn't do that. Oh, because you can't do it. So God wouldn't do it because you can't do it. Oh, well. And the spirituality thing that got crossed up so bad to where some churches don't even talk about it, don't even deal with it. Because it ain't operating nowhere in their building. And they don't realize they're living it every day. I told people, we come here spiritual. We come in that way. We mess up, we enhance or mess up everything we get involved with. That's a fact. We talking about church. Spirituality has been turned into something so mixed up and messed up that most pastors, most preachers, teachers, apostles, whatever they call them, bishop, biscuit eaters, whatever, they can't even explain it. They don't even know what to call it. It's something you live every day. It's the calm when you don't want to calm down. It's the peace when you acting all out of whack. I ain't talking right in here. I was sitting there today watching a bunch of foolishness, and I heard in my voice, they brought it back to me, progress is going to move with you or without you. So I was sitting there watching this stuff happening that I was talking about. It was brought back to me in my own voice. Not no voice of rushing mighty wind and running waters. It was me saying it. Progress going to go forward and move with you or without you. And that's the truth. Spirituality, bless you. People have turned it into, bless you, they've turned it into something so all out of whack and so all blown out of proportion that nobody can be balanced and solid in it. It's so messed up now. Yeah, we're talking about you all in your flesh. Ain't we all? The heck else we in? Well, I'm in the spirit. I don't think so. You can't tell me. I'm telling you. I'm in the spirit. Go walk through that wall. You trying to be funny. No, I'm trying to stop you from being a dummy. Huh? Another question. Okay, I want to say this first. You're going to have to start taking responsibility for being different. I'm glad that hit home with somebody. We got to take responsibility for being different. I learned a lesson today that blew me out the water. And I took it well. We have to take responsibility. You are responsible for being different, and you have to take responsibility for being different. You got to stop settling. When you settle in your mind, you're going to settle with your behind. Ooh. Some things you got to be aggressive and keep moving forward. Because I promise you, the positive parts, when they begin to connect, some people are going to be on the outside looking in with their lip poked out. Not realizing, don't get mad. Wait, it's going to benefit you. You ain't being left out. You have to take responsibility for being different. You got to quit talking and asking all these low-down questions. Why am I this and why am I that? Are you kidding me? You talking yourself deeper down a hole. Because you ain't saying nothing nice. You ain't saying, and the stuff you asking about yourself, you listen to what you be saying. Then you come to these crazy conclusions that nobody want to be around you while you're around people. Take responsibility for being different. Change things. Change things. Nobody has the right to lie and say they don't complain. Listen, we don't like everything that be going on, y'all. We don't like everything that happens to us. We don't like everything we experience. We don't. We don't. That don't mean there's something wrong with you. That means there's something right with you. You're being honest. What's the question? Ooh. Sister Jesse Williams, this is dedicated to you for asking that question. Your bad self. What about tithes? Do people know where tithes really came from? Huh? They didn't used to use money. They had to start using money. They didn't used to always use money because they didn't all have money. Money was used, but it wasn't always used. Matter of fact, we're going to do like we do. Look, some people don't tithe, and the church is say 10%, right? I'm thankful for those that do. Let me tell you why. And believe it or not, people that do, good things do happen for them. And there's a reason. But we're going to take you back to what it's connected to, if you don't mind. Thank you, Sister Jessie. We're going to answer that in a minute. Look up tithe. Let's see what tithe is. Let's see what tithe is. Didn't say money. They didn't have it. The ones that had money, yeah, but they didn't have money. We don't have no livestock. You can't tithe freckles, Doc. What you say? You got chickens. If our people got chickens, two things gonna happen. They ain't got long to live, or they soon gonna end up on a plate. And if they stop making eggs, they'll get thrown out. See, we got chickens. Man. Okay, what else is tithe? Huh? Yeah, because see, you gave me the other one. Oh, I know which one I was hearing. When I heard ancestors, I said, they're going to the right one now. What the church say? Doc, you got ChatGPT? Ask ChatGPT who was Leo the 10th. Who is Leo the 10th? Y'all heard that word payment? What church say? I got to pay my tithe. I got to pay my tithe. With a verse that says bring. Church made it a bill, an obligation. That's a man-made definition from reading the Bible. Most people in church couldn't grow a crop if you had a shotgun to their head. Most people in church, their livestock is a cat or a dog or a bird named Tweety. The 10th is what tithe is, and it originally came. It originally came in the form of honor and respect and expectation of a good life with regards to ancestors, almond, Mother Nature, and the universe. That's where it originally came from. It was not an obligation, but it was gratitude with expectation. Are y'all hearing me? So in here, when you have cheerful giving and there's gratitude with expectation, that's why some things happen in your favor. And you that have never done it, think about what would happen if you did. Because you that have never done it, guess what? You are being included with those that do. Because it's not a left out thing. They may do it in church and call it paying. We don't pay tithe here. We bring it. That's what it started out as. Gratitude with expectation. Had nothing to do with all this other stuff. Even in the Bible, when the Most High is mentioned by Melchizedek, Melchizedek was given tithe from who? Abraham. The character Abraham tied to Melchizedek. Y'all remember that? Melchizedek gave him what he needed up there in that desert. Something to drink and something to eat. But he tied to him in gratitude with expectation because the Most High was introduced to the character Abraham. Now, if the Most High was introduced to the character Abraham, who the heck was he serving? Ooh. You later on lie about the Most High. You put a name to the Most High that don't match. But when the Most High was mentioned, Abraham didn't even know about the Most High. So I don't know how they twist this story and try to work it in and call everything the Most High. You're lying. I'm trying, Elder. So tithe was not a bill, not a payment. It's something you bring. It's cheerful giving. It's gratitude with expectation. But it's hard to do that in these places you go to now because they make it seem like a bill, like a burden. And it ain't a coincidence that after a big haul of tithe come in, pastor go on a trip. A pastor come in with Versace. What's a designer dress? A dress, a designer for a dress. Huh? Or a pastor come in, her behind switching with that Vera Wayne on. Because they're spending it the way they want to. Not out of necessity, not out of a need, not out of a need had to be met. No. Ain't nothing in the bank, and it's because of them. And when it's a lot, and those of you that getting a check every Sunday, don't get mad at me. That's a job. There ain't no calling. I know God called me. Shut your mouth. It's still a job. You might have a calling, but you have a job. You don't need a calling to have a job. You can put your calling and tie it in with your job, but your job ain't no calling. And show me how many checks Jesus collected in that Bible on Sunday after a service. On his way to a car or a donkey. Crooks. Did that answer the question, Sister Jess? Then turn tithe into a burden. I'm blessed because I tithe. I believe you. Because what it's connected to is the reason why some things happen for you. I believe you. But there are some people that tithe and everything hunky-dory don't go hunky-dory in their life. That's the truth. Did we answer that? I'm trying, Sister Jess. I'm trying. Pray about me. We have to finally understand something. We let stuff run our life and control our life without understanding it at all. And when we hear the explanation, we take it as an attack. We take it as the wrong thing. Oh, you turning on God. No, we trying to tell you the truth about this stuff so you can understand. Let me ask y'all a question. What does tithe remind you of when with what they put in that Bible? Taxes? How about the barter system? Because if you don't bring it all in, you ain't getting no window open. Ain't that a condition? Oh, never mind. She said taxes. That's how some of them treated. That's how some of them treated, because during tax time, guess what? They get it back. They claim it on their taxes. I thought you gave it to the Lord. I thought you gave it to God. Whoa, 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 whoa. Why are you getting it back? Woo. Oh, really? Let me retort. Let me retort. Woman in the Most High, get ready to react. Let me retort. Okay? The year that we did it, it wasn't long we lost where we was having service. Leesville Church Road. We ain't out there no more. Remember that? We ain't out there no more. I guess doing it the right way got us out there. So asking for it back, stuff started going crazy in there. From me on down, everything, whirlwind came up in there. That's right. Yeah. They asked me that up Boat Drive, what I say? Y'all remember what I said? You can do it if you want to, right? I'm going to name one family that did it and ended up owing the IRS, the good ones. And they end up owing the IRS. Now, did they not? Then you want me to pray? No. No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. We have to realize something. In the time that we're living in, did not I tell y'all the church gonna mess itself up and finally gonna get called out to prove they who they say they are. Right? Well, they can't prove they who they say they are, especially if you're going by some of these jokers that say they representing God. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Just because I can quote the Bible and I read the Bible and I know the Bible from back to front, that don't make me holy and righteous. That don't make me a good person either. You know how many alcoholics can quote this Bible? You know how many alcoholics that used to be deacons? Used to be preachers? You know how many pastors in the old folk home talking out their head? Where's the honor in this thing? What's so righteous and holy about you end up talking out your head? You done preached for years in front of people. Oh, the devil got in it. No, 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 no. The devil been in it. Look how we treat each other. Different. But I'm going to tell you something. And I'm going to be honest. Some people that come here have to finally release themselves to be themselves. Because ain't nothing worse than having the real you in prison and you made the prison. I've been in some places where the people can't be themselves because the pastor is a bore. Who? Orangeburg, South Carolina ain't the only place I've been with people. Look, we was in Columbia, South Carolina with Dorothy Blandon. You couldn't be yourself in there. Because wasn't nothing holy but her. Right? She's so holy she wanted my wife's tail. Oh, why y'all shocked? Didn't I tell y'all I'm going to tell stuff? Well, I ain't lying. You got all these friends that like women and it ain't you. Huh? I ain't stupid. Didn't I tell you that? Never mind. And who tried to turn you on me a week later? Wasn't it her? Start lying. He ain't telling you how. I ain't said that. I said, I know how to fix this. Those devils. I know how to fix this. You ain't going to tell me this is so righteous and holy. I ain't talking no hearsay. We live this mess. This is a place where people can be free, be honest, be themselves, and finally know they're going to be all right and be okay without being apprehensive and nervous and having anxiety attacks at every little turn with regards to everyday life. Trust me, the things are not going in the direction that they keep preaching and teaching and saying that they are. And that Bible is not fulfilling itself. That's a lie. If you look at what's going on in what they call the Middle East, if that don't tell you it's some lies in the Bible, nothing will. If you keeping Israel, why they in wars? Ain't nobody talking to me. We have to maintain by being real, by being honest. We have to maintain by taking responsibility for being different. I told you, some people you're going to encounter, you might regret encountering them. But that ain't going to happen all the time. So we just have to be honest and be real because, like it or not, I tell them all the time, I wish I could turn back the hands of time. Yes, sir. Yes, indeedy. Yes, sir, Bob, as they say. Whether it's Bob Newhart, Bob Gibson, or Shish Kebab. Yes, sir, Bob. But we have to stop trying to make the best of it and be the best in it. I almost said something just now. Got to be the best in it. When you're the best in it, you're not concerned with trying to make the best of it. You know the best going to come out of it. Do that make sense? Watch what kind of label you put on yourself. Watch what kind of limits you put on yourself. Watch how you tear yourself down at the wrong moment. Watch yourself. As church, we have to be strong, vigilant, and focused because they always talk about church hurt. Ain't no such thing. It's just hurt. It's just disappointment. Church hurt. Church, ain't no such thing as church hurt. That was just another phrase that people could use to make excuses and label events in their life. Now they got to put that on the shelf. They already got family hurt on the shelf. Now they got to move church hurt next to it. Work hurt next to that. Neighborhood hurt next to that. I asked somebody one time, what is church hurt? When they started explaining it, I stopped them. I said, stop. I said, you're not describing church hurt. I asked you what church hurt is. Getting hurt in church? Oh, okay, if you get hurt in church, okay. If you get hurt in what we call in church, then that's church hurt. Got you. Now, it's people that go to church that hurt other people and think it's all right. It's people that go to church and do things to people in the open and think it's all right. And why do pastors feel like they're above apologizing to people? Who told them that? And some of them get arrogant and I ain't got to apologize. I'm God's anointed. I ain't got to apologize. God ain't convict my heart. You feel convicted because something wrong with you. I ain't standing by it. What? Who told them they ain't got to apologize? So we talking about church. See, we got to be our best. Even listen, we don't always feel our best. We don't always feel like doing our best. We don't, but we fight through it to bring out the best. Because that's what matters and that's what counts. This is a church of truth for a reason. If somebody have a bad day, that don't mean throw them away. Well, we want them to lie about things that are going wrong? We want them to lie about they're not feeling good? We got enough of that going on now, folk lying. So I hope tonight explain something to somebody, and I'm telling you, attitude means something, y'all. They are teaching me valuable lessons, and I'm taking them in. Our attitude and how we approach things, I'm telling you, it really means something. Some things you have to do, you can't, it's aggravating if you let it aggravate you. I'm trying to help somebody. Oh, I know. We're going to get to Popey. Well, he's just really Leo the 10th. I ain't talking about the lie. Not no Pope. You got Pope Leo the 10th? No, we don't. We don't. Leo the 10th, the ruler. That's the one we want. The ruler, Leo the 10th. I hope this helping this house. This is a church of truth. When you tired, you don't need saying, I ain't tired. When you are, that would be lying. Nothing wrong with saying, I'm tired, I'm pressing on, I'm going to make it. That's fine. My leg hurt, but I'm here. Okay. I got a headache, but I'm pushing through it. Okay. Nothing wrong with being honest. Now, some people, honesty is not part of who they are. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and understand that and realize it, that honesty is not part of who that person you're dealing with. That's not part of who they are. That's not part of their makeup. Sometimes you got, did they tell you? See how they lying? That's all right. I got it. I'll get it and bring it in here. I wanted to see what they say. Leo the 10th is the one that exposed the truth about Christianity and why they made it up and why they brought it out and what it was used for. He's the one. He's also the one that told the truth about the character, Jesus Christ, that they put in Christianity was designed to control people and to get money from people. That's right. Mm-hmm. And the woman in the Most High made me laugh. You know, the president has something to do with ChatGPT. I didn't know that. Isn't that what you said? Huh? So that's why I don't tell on him. He over it. Ain't that something? No wonder why I don't tell on him. Look, they buying out everything. I can't wait for Sunday to get here, boy. Man, I can't wait. And people can write it down and check it off because it's all going to happen. Ain't no doubt about it. It ain't going to take me long. I'm going to do it in like I normally did. I'm going to do it in tens. I'm going to name 10 things Sunday. And I'll move on from there. But I guarantee you they can check them off. They're going to happen. Don't throw your list away because all 10 going to happen every time. Every 10 that get given out, they're going to happen. I don't run around trying to explain how I got this way. By the time I spit it out, I just spit it out. I'm trying to get other people to realize that's how you need to be. It wasn't meant for us to try to control it and subdue it and contain it. It's meant for us to let it rip when it's time. So having said that, does anyone have any comments or anything they want to say tonight before we adjourn? I'm so glad we had this time together. No? How about from the live? Sister Jesse, appreciate you. Elder, appreciate you. Mother and Miss Boy, appreciate you. Who else on there? Appreciate you, Pace. You said Pace? Why you don't put Greg Gordine on? No, I'm just kidding. I know it's you. I know it's you. I'm just kidding. Anybody, nothing? All right. I would like for, I said this already before, but I'm working the brain too. I would like to see a original spin, a flair on the music in here. I would like to see that because originality is part of who you are, and it should be expressed. We're not here to be the typical, and we're not here to make excuses for being the real us. And we got to help ourselves be the best us we can be. Know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all. So, having said that, it is our earnest expectation that the remainder of your night is tremendously peaceful, blessed, and all things will continue to be serene and just abundant in your life. And if things are not going the way you would have them to go, may a change take place for the better. On that note, have a great, prosperous night. Ashe.